a Corn 350 powered by ethanol. Great start from the pole sitter, Chase Briscoe. And on the inside comes William Byron. Slick move to get things going on the first lap.
Yeah, it was a slow start to the year for the driver of the 6. Remember, they added that third car for Ryan Preece, and I think it hurt the 6 as Cindric passes Briscoe for second.
Getting close. 34 to go in stage 1. This is the greatest challenge we've seen to the race leader, William Byron. As soon as he zipped by Chase Briscoe on the opening lap, it's been all his race until now.
You see Brad Keselowski rolled the middle of 1 and 2 really well, but just did not have the rear grip he needed on the corner exit of 2. You can see the back of the car moving around.
Boy, it could not come at a more fitting time with 4 to go until the playoffs. Win and you're in. Gets a little loose there.
Yeah, he just needs Noah to run the second groove. Noah's running lower, so it's not hurting William Byron through the center of the corner, but a big run right there on corner exit by William.
I'd have to think lane 2. He does. I think that's a good decision by the 24. Make the 6 go the hard way around, which I think is the bottom of the racetrack.
What a race.
Yeah.
The 6 just doesn't quite have the rear grip on the exit of the corner that he needs.
And guess who's coming back into this picture? Here comes the 2 of Austin Cindric. And Kyle Larson's not too far back either.
Now that the 6 is there, this is going to make the 24 tight on corner exit. If he can get close to that quarter panel, he can actually affect the air to the outside car.
It's an interesting waiting game, isn't it? Like when, can, how.
Well, this is how it happens. It happens a foot at a time, although now there's a big stack up in front here. The 4 has actually run the 8 down of Kyle Busch. That blue car right there, the blue hood.
This battle for the lead, Brad Keselowski has changed his tactic. He has gotten higher on the racetrack. He consistently has been trying to pass William on the bottom. Now he's used the top lane to get momentum.
Yeah.
Loose on corner entry. Brad makes it happen.
Finally, Keselowski finds a way through to the lead, and here comes Austin Cindric. So for those 67 laps led, and just like that, William Byron loses 2 positions. And it's going to pay off for the driver of the 6. In the lead at the right time. First stage win this season for Brad Keselowski in the RFK Racing Ford, the Solomon Plumbing Machine. What a start here in Iowa.
You heard that radio on the 9 about the last couple sections. Dave Burns gave us a report about hearing on a lot of radios. Well, both the 60 of Preece and the 48 of Bowman caught speeding section 13, which is basically pit stalls 1, 2, and 3. Let's listen into the 48.
We were too fast in section 13. 60 car was as well, but we got a penalty here. I wasn't even close. Which one, section 13? I wasn't over anywhere.
Get ready to get stage 2 going here at Iowa Speedway, and it's the same 2 guys that started the race on the front row. Chase Briscoe, what a start in the 19. Leaves William Byron behind. Here comes Ryan Blaney. Keselowski's down on the inside. He had an 11.5-second stop, which was the slowest of any car in the top 18. That's why Brad lost those positions and now has to catch them all back up again. But a flyer of a start from Briscoe.
Been a struggle on pit road all year for Brad Keselowski's team, and now it's got him back. See, Byron with trouble. Brad trying to take advantage of it.
And a big bump, big push from behind from Austin Cindric, and the 12 of Ryan Blaney flashes his way right around the outside into second place. Little behind, you see the 5 of Kyle Larson. Now Hocevar is hanging in there. Larson on the inside of the 2 of Cindric. And then Hocevar, the dinger's in there, in 8th, ahead of Haley and Chase Elliott. There they are, top of your screen. William Byron in that Raptor Chevrolet with a left side mirror full of Brad Keselowski. He's like, oh no, not you again.
Brad! And as I say that, Brad, you made me look like a fool because you've run him into the old part of the racetrack.
He's ready to push and lead.
Yeah, but you know, maybe that's the difference between a guy that's not in the playoffs versus a guy that is, right? Brad might feel a little more of that desperation. Brad knows he only has 4 more weeks, and you pointed out his point deficit. It's going to take a win.
Yeah. And look, we can talk about points because every position counts, right? But that isn't going to be enough for the driver of the 6. It's got to be a victory here in Iowa. He's kind of about at 6th or 7th, and he never expects to get the poles that he's won this year, which is kind of counterintuitive, but what a year it's been. First year at Joe Gibbs Racing, taking over this 19 from Martin Truex Jr. in that familiar Bass Pro Shops livery. And these two have gelled really well.
He had a brake shake on the first run, and it's gotten worse on run 2. Listen to the radio.
I can't even see where my race car is going. It's shaking so bad. It was right from the drop. It didn't even take a lap or 2 to come. It was just right back to shaking from the first corner.
Kim standing by. William Byron's coming your way.
Yeah, we heard him talk about that long brake pedal. That wasn't the only complaint about that Chevrolet. Tight for most of that run, but then the long run is a struggle for the rears. He said we need more longevity in this car. Air pressure adjustment, 4 fresh Goodyear tires, no fuel as he is down and away.
So it's very interesting when these teams have decided this is kind of the area where you can now just change 4 tires, drop the jack, and go. You shouldn't have to wait on gas, Kim.
As we see the leader, Chase Briscoe, making a stop. Remember, he has that first box. He said too loose on entry, but getting tight and dirtier. He said if we can't fix that, it's going to be very hard to pass as they put those fresh sticker tires on and take Sunoco fuel.
He wanted a caution. He just didn't want to be in it.
Yeah, running 8th with the cycle. Let's see. Loose on entry would be my guess. Yes, sir.
Seen it over and over this weekend. That's been the trouble spot.
Kyle Busch blocks in the 48. Kyle, right rear hanging out, which is legal. I would have loved if I was the 48 that he would have got a little further in his box, but hey, Kyle Busch did everything he was allowed to do.
Maybe he feels like the 48 got too deep in his box and didn't allow him to get where he needed to get.
I don't know, but I'm going to keep an eye on this.
Watch this as we come back.
Didn't allow him to get where he needed to get.
I don't know, but I'm going to keep an eye on this.
Watch this as we come back. End of that caution. Let's go. Ryan Blaney chose the outside on the choose, and Keselowski's on the inside. Here comes Team Penske's Austin Cindric in that bright yellow Menards number 2. On the inside of him for the Wood Brothers is Josh Berry. What a relief for Tyler Reddick in that McDonald's 2311 Toyota. It's been a tough day so far. He gets a little relief, and he's there running in the top 8. It is happening everywhere here at Iowa Speedway. Ryan Preece now comes back up into the mix as he tries to go around the outside of Reddick.
Just know as he cautions out.
Problem for Cody Ware.
All right, who was leading the 6 of the 12 when the caution came out?
It was close, wasn't it?
What happened? You see Cody Ware in the back of the pack on the front straightaway. He had trouble on the exit of turn 4. Ended up spinning late.
Let's get ready to resume this Keselowski-Blaney fight. But don't take your eyes off Austin Cindric. He's been in the mix. Josh Berry on that second row. Hamlin pushing his teammate Ty Gibbs back to action here in Iowa. Keselowski on the inside on that low line. Has his nose in front for now, but here comes Ryan Blaney on the high side. Let's have a look at the restart with a focus on the drivers of the 9 and the 5. Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson.
Oh, the 9 makes a 3 wide middle, and they get banging door to door.
We're teammates. To get the spot, just cannot quite make it happen. Look at the chaos behind all this.
Briscoe in the middle, trying to get those tires to work. He knows
Clear, by 2.
Oh, that was the radio of the 6, clearing Brad Keselowski around the 12.
Almost coming into contact with Denny Hamlin.
Oh no, that 3 wide on the bottom left. I thought Denny was thinking 3 wide. Now he's driven the thing almost up out of the groove. He's going to lose a spot to the 24 of Byron.
Denny is just not comfortable with his race car.
No, he sounded that way in pre-race. He's like, man, I just didn't have a good race last year. I wasn't great in practice. I don't have a lot of experience at this track. Let's see what happens on the outside of the 34 of Gilliland. Oh boy.
Yeah, Todd got loose.
Loose, yeah.
Got loose underneath Ty and had to go up, chase it up the racetrack, and unfortunately, Ty Dillon paid the price.
Let's go back racing. Here we go. 2 to go, stage 2. Let's finish it off. inside. Busch on the inside of Bowman.
Carson almost wrecked on the front stretch.
Keselowski streaks off turn 2. But what a start that was from Busch. Busch has gone down onto the inside, and he's now vying for 4th place on the inside of Ty Gibbs.
No yellow yet. I say that because we're coming back to the end of the stage. NASCAR's going to let the stage finish under green.
Right here.
How about that? He sweeps the stages so far today, does Brad Keselowski.
And Carson got rolling.
Yep.
I'm assuming NASCAR was watching him. They saw him come off the wall, and they're like, hey, we feel like he's going to get rolling, so they let it go green.
All right, ready to go. Steve and Jeff say the old guys rule. Well, let's see what Brad Keselowski says about that as he leads the field back to green.
Ty Gibbs wants to see what he can do about that as well. The younger guy at the front, him and Cindric, youthful 2nd row. Gibbs still looking for that first win in that monster number 54.
Josh Berry is in the mix. He's tucked in behind Austin Cindric after 2 separate points of contact. First it was Elliott hitting, oh, and Denny Hamlin's around. The 4-time winner this year. It had been a challenging day. He said he was constantly on edge, and now he's gone around.
He was in 18th place. Restarts wild. 4 wide at this racetrack. It's typically not going to work very well. Just not enough room. Contact with A.J. Allmendinger, and I think, honestly, trying to keep from spinning Allmendinger out. Almost spun himself out.
Let's get back to racing. Brad Keselowski, Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and Keselowski got loose on entry there.
See how the restarts have gotten more aggressive. A ton of blocking, getting into the corner.
Look about 8 cars back. That bright green number 3 for Austin Dillon. He's coming up on the inside of his teammate Kyle Busch. The RCR guys are door-to-door. But that 3 has been strong today.
And I love what it can do right here. Left front, right on the white line. Very few cars can do that with any sort of pace. Oh, we have a car backwards, 38. Oh, this has been the story of the poor 38. Good runs that go away late. A week ago, it was contact from the 20. Now here, another accident around 122 to go. It's loose, much like we saw Todd Gilliland, Denny Hamlin. You know, that's not Hocevar being aggressive. That's just what we've seen. Unfortunately, Zane Smith isn't going to agree, but he's chasing the car all the way up into the 38. What'd you call him, the Hurricane? That was I like that. Good nickname.
And it's the all-Team Penske front row. Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and the sister team of the Wood Brothers to fill the top 3 positions.
4 wide for a second. They get it sorted out. Now they're back to 3 wide.
Look at Ryan Preece in that 60. 4th car, blue and white. Off to a good restart. Dillon is on that low side. Inside Larson and Elliott. He's going to get an express run through there. Here comes Chase Elliott. Right through the middle. Flying off turn 4.
Not rolled through the center of the corner. Battle for the lead.
Austin Cindric on the inside of Ryan Blaney. The 2 Team Penske Fords going at it.
How about Cindric?
He's been there all day, Jeff. All day. Really consistent run from the 2. And if you think back to the Brickyard 400 last weekend, Steve, he was there as well until late in the race. A tire issue took him out.
Yeah, flat tire took out Cindric, and then it took out Logano after that, but he was absolutely in position. Look at the bottom of the speed, speaking of Logano.
For the majority of this Iowa Corn 350, they've been glued together, but coming off turn 4,
oh, he's spinning.
Dillon,
He's spinning.
Spinning is Eric Jones.
Save.
Oh, it has gotten wild.
You heard the spotter of the 6 screaming save. That tells me we know the plan for the most, but unfortunate chain of events for the 43 was running 19.
Okay. That's exactly what they needed, right? Bubba Wallace was struggling in that top lane. They got to him pretty quickly. Eric tries to turn to go underneath him, and Briscoe is there. That happened the lap before off turn 4.
Chastain was sneaking through on the bottom there.
So this is John Hunter Nemechek in the Dollar Tree Toyota Camry. So it was both Legacy Motor Club cars involved
And Bubba's
a lap
car,
apart.
Yeah, Bubba's car got in the wall, and I think a little bit of damage, and that's why he was slow off of turn 4.
Cindric at the front to Brad Keselowski in 14th. There are 5 different strategies at play. We get back to it. Look at Chase Elliott on the attack on the high side of Josh Berry, and Austin Dillon is on the inside.
Austin Dillon really aggressive on the restart, almost got underneath Josh Berry into 1. Josh put a big block on him. Oh, Denny Hamlin loose. Oh, spinning.
It's Reddick and it's Bell.
20. He's going to back up, staff.
The restarts have been wild.
They have been absolutely wild.
The cars just do not drive well. They're just not the grip. 3 wide. The 19 got loose on corner entry. You've seen it over and over. Gets into Tyler Reddick. Reddick gets into Bell. It's just been a consistent theme.
Team Penske, Hendrick Motorsports, front row. Back to racing. Austin Cindric leads them to green again. Watch for the movers. There's Berry in the 21. Here comes Briscoe. John Hunter Nemechek down on the low side.
Preece on the outside, rolling to the outside of the 6.
Teammates side by side down the backstretch here in Iowa. Keselowski with his younger teammate and employee on the outside, on the high side. They almost touch, they do touch.
Have to try to go, save a little bit of gas. Cindric, Elliott, Berry all have to pit SVG around again.
Second time today, the 88, the Red Bull Trackhouse car, has brought out the caution.
Your tires up.
And this is...
Yeah, tires are off, I think.
Once you have yellows, it just, I mean, they're non-stop.
Contact from
Kyle
Busch.
Busch, some contact there.
Just looks like a lot.
All right, let's have a listen to how Coleman Presley calls his driver, Joey Logano, back to green.
Let's go. Big gap behind, tight front, tight front, tight front. 2 back, both lanes behind. 2 to both behind, still inside. Still there. Inside the 8, washing up to you. You're clear. You're clear. Still there. Still outside. Door. Still outside. Door. Tight door. Tight door. Quarter. Bumper. Still hanging. Still there. Full. Still there. Full. So 17. Caution's out. Caution.
Ty Dillon. Corlig Racing straight through the grass on the front stretch here, and that's how you hear the caution called from spotter Coleman Presley. Larson was the car behind.
Was there contact? But there was already damage.
Byron can get it. He's currently in the playoffs on points, but if he can get a win, he would be in. Here we go. William Byron leads them back to green. Now restarts, to Jeff's point, have been chaotic today. John Hunter Nemechek in that green and white 42 for Legacy Motor Club. He stands a chance. There's the pole sitter, the 19 of Chase Briscoe. Brad Keselowski, what's he got? The pole man for the 19 Bass Pro Shops JGR team. Chase Briscoe is best. And then that Dollar Tree Toyota Camry of John Hunter Nemechek. Caution is out again. Who is it this time?
Side window, not sure where.
Side windows, what we hear. So somebody's side window's blown out. Oh,
and debris. Yeah, there it is. 64 laps to go when they come to the line. And let's go, William Byron. Good restart. Chase Briscoe's trying to go with him. His Hendrick Motorsports teammates down on the low side. Bowman is scrapping and fighting as hard as he can. He's the only Hendrick driver who hasn't won this season, and he would desperately love to get it here in Iowa.
What a mix we have in the top 10 or 12. And you see right here that 15%.
Yeah.
Byron is driving away from Chase Briscoe. I think when they told Chase...
him to back it down more.
Off turn 4 comes William Byron. Does he have enough? You betcha he does. William Byron. So close, but so good. And Hendrick Motorsports celebrate. William Byron wins the Iowa Corn 350, powered by ethanol and powered all the way to the line.